USANA Health Sciences, Incorporated, or USANA, is a Utah-based multi-level marketing company that produces various nutritional products. USANA products, most of which are manufactured at the Campania unregistered trademark West Valley City, Utah facility, are sold in 20 international markets via a network of independent distributors. USANA is the 20th largest multi-level marketing company in the world. The company has sponsored and provided products to several athletic organizations. In 2007, several of USANA's executives were discovered to have made false statements in their resumes. Background: USANA was founded by an immunologist and microbiologist Myron Wentz. USANA, based in West Valley City, Utah, sells its products through multi-level marketing. Distributors recruit and profit from other distributors. The products are not available through retail channels, but instead can only be obtained through one of its independent distributors or by direct order through the company. At the end of 2013, the company had 265,000 active associates and 78,000 active preferred customers in its worldwide distribution network. In 2012, 91% of product sales was purchased by associates. As of 2013, its products are marketed in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, Singapore, Mexico, Malaysia, Philippines, France, Colombia and Thailand. Beginning in 1993, Dallin A. Larson served as USANA unregistered trademark's vice president of sales prior to founding the MLM beverage company Manavi in 2005. From 2004 to 2006, USANA was named on Forbes' A 200 Best Small Companies list. In 2007, USANA was not included on Forbes' 200 Best Small Companies list, and an article in the magazine quoted industry and government experts who had raised questions about USANA unregistered trademark's business practices and products. USANA responded by issuing a press release denying that the company had breached a $40 million loan agreement with Bank of America. During 2007, USANA faced repeated controversy after several of its executives were discovered to have made false statements regarding their qualifications. The executives included Dennis Waitley, a member of the board of directors who had falsely claimed to hold a master's degree from the Naval Postgraduate School. Sales associate Ladd McNamara, who quit the company's medical advisory board after it was discovered that his license to practice medicine had been revoked. The vice president of research and development, Timothy Wood, who was found to have doctorate in forestry, as opposed to biology as he had claimed. And the executive vice president and chief financial officer, Gilbert Fuller, who had continued to use the title of CPA, though his CPA license had expired 10 years before he joined USANA in 1996. In August 2007, USANA announced that it had been notified by the Securities and Exchange Commission that its shares were subject to delisting from the Nasdaq because the company had failed to have the financial information in its quarterly Form 10-Q reviewed by an independent auditor. USANA reported this was due to their public accountant resigning and not yet being replaced. In October 2007, USANA announced that Nasdaq had determined they were in compliance and their stock would continue to be listed. On January 3, 2011, USANA completed the transfer of its common stock from the Nasdaq to the New York Stock Exchange. On May 10, 2011, it was announced that 4 of USANA's executives had unexpectedly resigned their positions at the company to pursue an unspecified business opportunity. Products: USANA products encompass 3 product lines: USANA Nutritionals, USANA Diet and Energy, and Sensor Copyright Personal Care. USANA manufactures 90% of its products in-house, including all of its tableted nutritional supplements. The Sensor Copyright Personal Care line was reformulated in 2004 with a patented new preserving technology that uses a combination of botanicals, antioxidants and other ingredients without the use of parabens. Several of USANA's products are certified by NSF International in the dietary supplements category as having the identity and quantity of their dietary ingredients accurately described on the product label and containing no undeclared ingredients. In addition, several products are also certified under NSF's Certified for Sports certification program. The tablets that make up the Essentials product are certified by HFL Sport Sciences Informed Choice Certification Program to be regularly tested for substances considered prohibited in sport and that the products have been manufactured to high-quality standards. In August 2010, USANA announced its ability to manufacture nutritional tablets with two distinct formulas into one Bilib tablet, as well as the release of two new formulas, Proflavanol C100 and Hepazole DTX. According to Jim Brown, Vice President of Operations at USANA, the new technology will allow for the creation of new supplements and cut down on consumer pill fatigue, as well as the opportunity for sustain and release tablets. USANA Essentials were tested by ConsumerLab.com in their multivitamin and multimineral supplements review of 38 of the leading multivitamin/multimineral products sold in the US and Canada. The Essentials passed Consumer Lab's test, which included testing of selected index elements, their ability to disintegrate in solution per United States Pharmacopoeia guidelines, lead contamination thresholds set in California Proposition 65, and meeting U.S. Food and Drug Administration labeling requirements. USANA states that their products are of high quality, justifying their relatively high cost, but this claim was disputed by Anthony Almeida, chief scientist of the nutritional supplement industry consulting firm Imagine Nutrition, who stated in an interview in Forbes that the economic reality of USANA, and other multi-level marketing entities, mandates that their products invariably lack robust distinctiveness and convincing evidence of consumer relevance and superiority achievable through rigorous clinical trials only to their retail counterparts. These comments were supported by natural health product specialist Professor Jean-Louis Brazier of the University of Montreal's Faculty of Pharmacy who examined USANA's products for Radio-Canada's Consumer Report show La Facture. Brazier found that they cost 2 to 3 times the price of equivalent store-bought items, and no evidence that USANA's products were of better quality than their competitors. John Cloud, senior writer for Time magazine, conducted an evaluation of nutritional supplements in which he took a regimen of USANA pills, protein bars, powder drinks and psyllium fiber as recommended by the company's online evaluation. Cloud took a blood test prior to taking the products to determine the levels of calcium, protein, sodium, cholesterol, glucose, and other substances, and then was tested again 5 months after taking the supplement regimen, which included 3,000 pills at a cost of $1,200. The follow-up test revealed a change in only 2 values. A 75% increase in vitamin D levels and a 28 mg per deciliter increase in high-density lipoprotein, which could not be accounted for. Cloud also experienced a placebo response where that act of taking the supplements made him feel more vigorous despite no physiological reasons being present. This response also led to a 10-pound increase in weight, as the belief he was more vigorous led to his making poorer dietary decisions, a phenomena referred to as the licensing effect. Business model: USANA, a multi-level marketing company, sells its products primarily via non-employee distributors known as sales associates as well as via the Internet. Associates may be eligible to receive commissions based on their own product sales as well as through sales made by any new distributors they recruit. USANA's compensation plan awards commissionable points for sales volume. When the points reach a predetermined number, the associate is paid. If the points do not reach the payment threshold, they accumulate towards the next week. The firm requires that associates purchase a minimum of 100 volume of products every 4 weeks in order to remain eligible to receive compensation. If this minimum is not maintained, the distributor loses the points that have accumulated but not yet been paid. According to documentation from USANA Corporate, 87% of associates fail to make enough from commissions to recover the cost of their qualifying purchases, with 67% of all associates making no commission. 72.2% of the company's commissions are earned by the top 2.31% of associates. According to a 2011 article published by the Salt Lake City Tribune, the firm's FY09 income disclosure statement indicated that the average yearly income of the company's 165,710 associates, which includes those just starting out, was $617, while the top of the pyramid distributors earn an average of $857,865 annually. The firm's 2010 income disclosure statement defines associates as those who are actively building a business, acting as wholesale buyers, or are new distributors. The firm's 2009 Seconds 10-K filing draws a distinction between associates and preferred customers. Associates are independent distributors of USANA products who also purchase their products for personal use. Preferred customers may purchase products, at wholesale prices, strictly for personal use and are not permitted to resell or to distribute. As of July 2011, the firm had 222,000 active associates and 68,000 preferred customers. USANA's associates are bound by distributor agreements, which forbid distributors from making misleading income claims to potential associates, and from making health claims for the products. However, an investigative report aired by Radio-Canada in February 2009, which included hidden camera filming of recruitment and other sessions, found that one group of associates appeared to violate the company's policies. The program contrasted the information about potential revenues presented at meetings and in written materials with the Canadian legal requirements for multi-level marketing schemes to provide clear, frequent and complete information about the revenue of the typical participant. In addition, the same group of associates were filmed making recommendations for using USANA products to treat illnesses including leukemia. In 2008, two Canadian USANA distributors were awarded $7 million in compensation for damages related to their wrongful dismissal from the company. The firm had terminated their positions in 2003 because it believed the distributor had violated the company's policies and procedures. New Zealand government statistician for the Commerce Commission, Dr. Murray H. Smith, who served as an expert witness in every pyramid scheme case brought by the Commission preceding 10 years, opined in 2008 that very few USANA distributors are likely to become wealthy, and stating you can make a very strong argument that this could be a pyramid scheme. When asked by the National Business Review to review the firm's business structure and compensation plan, it was Smythe a unregistered trademark's opinion, from a statistical not legal standpoint, that the firm demonstrated a number of characteristics commonly occurring in pyramid schemes, including that most members recoup less than what they paid to participate, that those at the top of the structure are more likely to make more than those on the bottom of the structure, and that as the company grows it will become harder to recruit others. Dr. Smith also noted the Campania unregistered trademark's significant turnover and distributors making it necessary to continually recruit. Sponsorships. Athletics USANA is a paid sponsor of various athletic organizations. USANA offers an athlete guarantee program to select sponsored athletes. The program permits selected participants to enter into an agreement with companies stipulating that, should an athlete enrolled in the program test positive for a banned substance as a result of taking USANA products, the company will compensate the athlete up to 2 times his or her current annual earnings up to $1 million USD. Women's tennis In 2006, USANA signed a co-sponsorship agreement with the WTA Tour and extended the agreement in 2011. As part of the agreement in 2011, USANA donated $1 to Children's Hunger Fund for every ace scored at a WTA tournament beginning at Wimbledon and continuing through the end of the season. USANA Amphitheatre In 2003, USANA became the title sponsor of the USANA Amphitheatre, an outdoor amphitheatre based in West Valley City, Utah with a seating capacity of 20,000. In May 2012, United Concerts announced a continued naming rights partnership with USANA Health Sciences through March 2018. Lawsuit On February 20, 2007, Barry Minko, an executive of the Fraud Discovery Institute, distributed a 500-page report to officials at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Internal Revenue Service accusing USANA of operating an illegal pyramid scheme. USANA countered by lodging suits against Minko and his company claiming defamation and stock manipulation. The company denounced Minko as a convicted felon and liar. According to an article published in the San Diego Reader, USANA was subsequently the subject of an investigation by the SEC. The SEC conducted a probe of USANA's business practices in March 2007 and found nothing incriminating, concluding its inquiry with no enforcement action recommended. The company's longtime auditing firm, Grant Thornton, resigned in July 2007 because it could not agree with USANA on procedures for an outside, independent investigation of the charges. Because it had no auditor, USANA was late with official government filings and was not in compliance with SEC and NASDAQ requirements. On the day Minko's report was released, USANA's shares had traded at $61.19, but by August the share price had tumbled to less than $35. Minko acknowledged that he was shorting USANA's shares, hoping to profit from a drop in the stock price. However, in reference to USANA's lawsuit, news columnist Herb Greenberg commented that the criticism of Minko is a bunch of malarkey. He has a right to publish his research, as long as people know his position in the stock. Minko had revealed in the report that he was betting for the stock to go down. USANA dropped the defamation suit, and in March 2008 U.S. District Judge Tanner Campbell threw out 4 of the 5 claims brought by USANA against Minko, ruling that USANA's claims violated California Euro unregistered trademark anti-SLAPP law for suing Minko for fair criticism, and that USANA did not show a reasonable probability of winning on those claims. The judge also cited 2 examples where USANA failed to refute Minko's claims that their products were overpriced and of no better quality than other lower-priced brands. The remaining charge of stock manipulation was settled in July 2008 when USANA and Minko reached an undisclosed settlement, which included the removal of all USANA-related materials from the Fraud Discovery Institute website, a related Chinese website, and from YouTube. Minko also agreed to never trade in USANA's stock again. Separately from the settlement, the company paid $142,510 in attorney fees to Minko and his institute under an order from Federal Magistrate Samuel Alba. Court documents show that USANA never pursued others whom they suspected of being part of the alleged stock manipulation, nor did they ask for an injunction, their only avenue of release in this case. See also: List of multi-level marketing companies. References. External links: Troubled USANA's auditor quits. National Business Review. July 21, 2007, USANA defends practices. National Business Review. August 3, 2007, USANA appoints new auditor. September 8, 2007, Businessweek Profile, 2005, Garan Center vs. USANA, Ashok Kapur vs. USANA, USANA vs. Minko.